The integrity of law enforcement came under intense scrutiny during the trial of Umar Zameer, accused of murdering Detective Constable Jeffrey Northrup in a tragic incident on July 2, 2021, in a Toronto parking lot. The latest development in this case is the acquittal of Zameer on all charges, which not only raises questions about Zameer's prosecution, but also amplifies concerns about possible collusion among the officers involved. On that fateful night, Zameer, with his pregnant wife and 2-year-old son in the car, found himself in a harrowing situation. Northrup, along with his partner, was in plain clothes, investigating a stabbing. According to Zameer's testimony, the events that followed were a whirlwind of confusion and fear. Zameer's defense counsel, Nader Hassan, argued that Zameer acted out of a genuine belief that his family was in imminent danger. Zameer testified that Northrup and his partner did not identify themselves as police officers when they rushed towards his car in the deserted parking lot. With his family inside, Zameer felt cornered. The situation escalated when Northrup and his partner began banging on Zameer's car, causing his young child to cry in distress. Feeling trapped, Zameer locked his car doors, attempting to shield his family from what he perceived as a threat. Then came the pivotal moment. An unmarked police van blocked Zameer's exit. Hassan argued that this unexpected development intensified Zameer's fear. In Zameer's mind, his family was now facing an ambush by what he believed to be a gang. With his options seemingly dwindling, Zameer made a split-second decision to reverse out of the parking spot at an accelerated speed. In the chaos of the moment, he made contact with Northrup, who fell in the blind zone of Zameer's car. Hassan referenced expert testimony from a crash reconstructionist, indicating that Northrup was not visible to Zameer when he drove forward and tragically ran over the officer. According to Hassan, every action Zameer took was aimed at one thing: escape. The Crown's case against Zameer rested on the claim that he intended to kill Northrup. However, they were unable to prove this intent beyond a reasonable doubt, a requirement for both first-degree and lesser second-degree murder convictions. During the trial, Superior Court Justice Anne Malloy highlighted discrepancies between the testimonies of the officers. Then Detective Constable Lisa Forbes and Constables Charnel Pace and Antonio Correa, and the physical evidence. These inconsistencies cast doubt on the officers' accounts, particularly regarding the circumstances of Northrup's death. Despite their assertions that Northrup had his hands raised when struck by Zameer's vehicle, questions arose about the timing and reliability of their statements. In response to Justice Malloy's concerns, Toronto Police Chief Randy Denkeau initiated an independent review by the Ontario Provincial Police. This review aimed to address the judiciary's reservations about potential collusion among the officers. Additionally, an internal review was announced to refine procedures related to plainclothes operations within the Toronto Police Service, focusing on enhancing officer and public safety. Justice Malloy's instructions to the jury underscored the judiciary's role in scrutinizing police conduct, particularly when it diverges from physical evidence. The public's confidence in law enforcement hinges on transparency and accountability, making the outcomes of these reviews crucial for maintaining trust. With Zameer's acquittal, the fate of the officers involved remains uncertain. Here are some possible outcomes. 1. The acquitted verdict does not erase the concerns raised during the trial. The officers may face continued scrutiny regarding the accuracy and reliability of their testimonies. 2. The TPS may undergo further reforms in response to the case, particularly regarding plainclothes operations and the handling of critical incidents. 3. Rebuilding public trust in law enforcement will be an ongoing challenge, especially in light of the trial's outcome. The death of Northrup was tragic. However, the case against Zameer has left lingering questions about the integrity of law enforcement. As Toronto processes this verdict, the broader implications for police accountability and procedural justice remain significant. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. How do you believe the acquittal of Umar Zameer will impact future investigations and public perceptions of law enforcement in Toronto?